Triple Captain is being mentioned a lot for Game Week 4. A lot of people thinking of Aguero. For me, it just still feels early. I'm a player that likes to play the Triple Captain in a double game week. I just really do. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but sometimes it can work very, very well. I mean, Man City versus Newcastle at home is a good fixture for Aguero. So could you triple captain him there? Yes. Could it work? Definitely. You've also got... I think, to be honest, that's probably the only one I would look at as a triple captain for this game week. There is no other option I'd triple captain. Aguero against Newcastle at home. All the other home fixtures, Palace, there's no one I'd triple captain there. Everton, no one I'd triple captain. Chelsea, no one there I'd triple captain. I suppose some people might say Alonso, but I wouldn't go on a defender myself. West Ham have Wolves at home. Brighton have Fulham at home. There just isn't a fixture there apart from Aguero where I'd consider triple captaining. As for who I'm captaining, it will be Aguero this game week. I'm pretty confident that Aguero at home against Newcastle is a better option than Salah. We'll see if I'm right about that. It's not necessarily going to come out the way I hope, but that is the move I'll be making. Gunjan, I'm going to captain Aguero. That's who I think should be the captain choice. If Aguero wasn't an option, I'd probably stick with Salah. But I'm looking for those players that are explosive. Daniel Fisher, though, does ask Salah or Kane for captain. If I was a betting man, that's a difficult one because Liverpool have Leicester and it's away. Spurs have Watford and it's away. For me, Watford have looked good so far this season. Are they going to keep out Spurs? For me, I'd go with Leicester over Spurs. I mean Leicester. Liverpool over Spurs, of course. I wouldn't go with Leicester over Spurs. So I would go Salah over Kane myself. Okay, so a lot of questions about wildcarding. So, and then a lot of questions about me keeping triple on Liverpool. I will probably potentially transfer out Mane for when Liverpool have a tougher run of fixtures. But first of all, Liverpool do well against big sides. They score a lot of goals anyway. Defensively, last year they weren't great against big sides, but offensively they did very well against big sides. So I wouldn't necessarily think about transferring a Liverpool player out just because they've got tough fixtures. And I think when you're getting players from big sides, you don't want to be transferring them out because of big fixtures. Now, if you've tripled up, then potentially you do want to change your game plan. For me, Man City and Liverpool looked the most reliable players to bring in because I didn't know how Chelsea, Arsenal would do with new managers. Spurs, I wasn't sure about players coming back, how fit they'd be. Man United, there was a bit of uncertainty, which proves that we should have all listened to that. Now that we're into the season, for me, it's becoming a bit clearer. You've got Chelsea, Hazard and Alonso. Those are the two players you want to be bringing into your side from Chelsea. You've got Liverpool. Robertson looks the best defender. Trent Alexander-Arnold is an option. Salah, Mane look like they could exchange points. Salah's ownership's still high, so I'm probably leaning towards Salah. Salah's still having plenty of attempts on goal, and one explosive game week and the whole question might go out the window of Salah or Mane. Man City, Aguero, on the form he's currently in, without the Champions League starting yet, probably looking at Aguero, Mendy and Edison, the ways into that Man City side. Arsenal, there's nothing there that makes me want to go with an Arsenal player. Spurs, I think you're looking at Trippier, you're looking at, although there's rotation risk there. Surprise Davis got dropped for Rose, so there's rotation risk on the other side as well. Kane is always going to lead the line. And then Lucas Moura, if he continues to play, is a good option. Very advanced for a cheap price. Need to remember, Moura's price is cheap. So I will be making moves to cover other teams now. I feel like I had a good start to this game week because my players played on Saturday, and then I had to watch Spurs play and I had to watch Chelsea play and hope that their players didn't get points, because then my ranking would have been higher. Because they did get points, because Kane scored, because Alonso scored, because Hazard scored, my rank has just dropped since Saturday evening. So wildcarding, if you feel like you need to wildcard, if your team is in that bad a shape, then go ahead and wildcard. For me right now, I'm still sticking around the top 300k mark, which is acceptable, so I won't be wildcarding, most likely. If something happens during this game week that needs attention, then it's possible. But I like the idea of having the wildcard in case something big happens during the international break. Say 3 of my players get injured, then I won't have to take a hit to sort that out. So I'll probably keep my wildcard for an in case over the international breaks. And then I also want as much data as possible to be making my decisions off of my wildcard team, and then really kind of attack the points with more knowledge. Use the wildcard, get as many points as possible when I've got more knowledge of every single team, and it's a lot clearer who the nailed on players are.